How long does it take to create demand for your business? A month? A year? 5 years? Probably longer than you think. Probably not as long as you think. Good morning, everybody. Ruby and I are talking about demand creation. And this is the hard part of operating a business in 2023 and beyond. Because the idea of capturing demand from a market that is already buying something is extremely rare, very challenging, very competitive, super hard. So that's your search engine marketing, that's your social paid, that's all the things that every company out there is trying to accomplish to find somebody who needs to buy tomorrow to do that. So, as I've said in previous videos, that's 1 to 3% of the total market. So that's small. That's a small cohort of people. It's the other 97 that you're trying to tackle here. So that's the concept of creating demand. Can I get somebody in my market, in my ecosystem, who is interested in what I do, how I do it? Can I get them to buy into my thesis, my go-to-market, my approach to the problems that they're trying to solve, the way that I build my things, whatever those things are? Can I put that information in front of them at scale forever until it's time for them to go into market? And then obviously I've become a pretty easy choice because they followed me, they know what I'm talking about, they know what I can do for them, what they need, the problems I solve, how I solve them. So this is where impatience foils everything. So impatience means I need a sale tomorrow, and I talked about that in another video. There's a lot of things you can do if you need a sale tomorrow. You need to figure out who those high intent buyers are, and what signals do they send you to make that happen. This is about everybody else. Not going to buy anything, not ready, but I'm your ideal client. I am the person with which at some point you 100% want to have a conversation with. So how long does it take me to become your customer? Well, again, probably longer than you think, but not as long as you think if you're doing the right things. So creating demand is about building a machine, an infrastructure that allows you to produce that information for those people who are not in market today to go out and find you, be a part of your world. And then it's using the tools and things that the world has provided us to do that seamlessly and with efficiency. Efficiency matters in this. So creating demand is now, what audience can I build? Who are these people? Are they my ideal client? 2, are they people that will make a decision at some point or be influencing a decision at some point? Is it the CEO? Is it the director? What is it? And then how does that all come together in terms of the method with which they want to talk to me? So is that me creating a podcast? And every week I come and I talk about the state of the industry and what's going on. And, I use that information to slice all that content up into little bits so I can put something on Twitter or LinkedIn or whatever, Instagram. And that becomes the conduit that will open. Is it about doing live events where either in person or online, where I'm now positioned as an expert in a topic or a subject, and that's something that will inherently attract a certain audience? So the concept is pretty basic. Like, you need to showcase who you are and what you do. That goes well beyond the one-on-ones that the sales team will do. The one-on-ones with the sales team are super important. The sales team should 100% be involved in any demand creation strategy. It's just, how do we scale it? How do we scale it appropriately? And then, what matters? What information matters? What content matters? What audience matters? And then you got to do it. Every day, forever. And if you don't do it in that format, you're actually asking for trouble, because then you'll try some things and in a short-term thinking mindset, it won't work. It's not going to help. But 3 months later, 6 months later, a year later, when you've done it consistently, suddenly the clouds part and you see how all this connects and how this plays together. Okay, enough for today. Build your audience. Who are they? Where are they? What do they need to know? How do they need to know it? Start generating content for that. Could be online, could be live event, could be trade show, whatever. You tell me. Make it important and impactful. It cannot be the same thing that everybody else says. If it's the same thing that everybody else says, you are lost. You know what matters. You know what your unique position on these things is. You have to line it up. And then finally, you have to distribute that to those people for whom you can have a really smart conversation all the time. It is a hamster wheel. You can never get off. Take a deep breath, make peace with that, and get going. That's what Ruby says. She wants you to get going, so get going. Anyway, have a great one. Walking and talking with Ruby.